What is the one thing that you have to instill that you and I knew and you and I went through that was there that's not there right now? I got to tell you, I've been very thrilled over the last 2 weeks because of what the University of Miami has been able to do. I even got the gear on for Mario Cristobal. He joins us now here live on the National Football Show. Congratulations to you, Mario.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me on. And I want to give you a sneak peek at the old battlegrounds right over there, right? You remember
Is that
those?
Green Tree?
That's
Is that Green Tree?
There's an actual office that now overlooks all that. So right there, man, it all took place.
Absolutely. Mario, how's it feel to be home?
It hasn't sunk in yet. It really hasn't. And mind you, we've been going 1,000 miles per hour, about 3 hours of sleep a night to try to get this thing, on track and rolling and recruiting and staffing. So when it does settle in, it'll be overwhelming because I had a campus tour for the first time today, man. It's a lot different than when we were here.
Absolutely. Mario, when you get there and you see, the place, obviously the place isn't the same. It may look the same because you showed me these shots, but get this. You and I know that the culture over the last 20 years, and by the way, this is no shade on any coach that came previous to you. What is the one thing that you have to instill that you and I knew and you and I went through that was there that's not there right now?
Well, it's like you said, when you do something like this, you certainly don't try to in any way, shape, or form throw shade at anybody. That's not what we're doing. I'm glad you made that clear. But over here, it's always been a DNA, a mentality. We played the game a certain way, right? And football is to be played a certain way. And to do that, you got to train a certain way. And a culture is something that is ingrained in you, right? It's part of your blood, your DNA. And it's not a T-shirt you put on when you feel like and take off when you don't. It's not a light switch. It has to be something that's real because however you do anything is how you do everything, all right? So 24/7, the culture at the University of Miami will be at the utmost importance.
I went on Twitter and I said, there's no way Mario Cristobal is going to leave Oregon for Miami. And then I started thinking about it. I went, that's probably the only job then that Mario would end up leaving Oregon because of all the facilities, all the support, Phil Knight, Nike, everything that's up there. Am I right when I say that, Mario, that it took a massive commitment from the university, even though it's home, even though you went to Columbus, even though that is where you cut your chops, even though that's where your legacy is, it needed to be things in writing for you to see that they were going to take this program to the next level with all the support that you had in Oregon. Is that fair?
It is fair. It is fair because you know what? I loved and love the people at Oregon and the way that they committed and gave us an opportunity to help elevate that program. And quite frankly, right now, the three best classes are sitting there at Oregon going into the future. So they're poised for unprecedented success. And we're proud of that. And I never envisioned myself leaving. That's a God's honest truth. And it's not, well, part of it is home, but even bigger part is having worn this uniform, having put on this helmet. I mean, we all do it, man. I mean, let's call it what it is. When you put on that and you run through the smoke and you lay it on the line, well, we've laid in hospital tables by each other, right? Multiple surgeries, right? Big games, tough games, championships. We've bled it, we've sweated it, and brother, come on, man, there ain't nothing like it. And it's on and it's real, and I'm just going 100 miles per hour.
Let me tell you this, Mario. I told folks this, and they asked me, what's it like to play at the University of Miami? I went like this. It's an experience I've never seen in my entire life outside of my kid being born. When you run through that smoke and you understand what that stuff does, it's like juice that gets pushed into you, and you go out and you do phenomenal things. Like you said, Mario, swagger's not I didn't even know what swagger was, man. We lived it. We didn't write about it. We didn't wear it. We were it, and we created it. They made statues and movies for us. I'm sorry, dude. I'm getting I'm getting out of my world here a little bit because I'm so jacked because you know why, Mario? You know exactly the culture that needs to be put in there. And again, to me, the picket fence has to be put around South Florida. It's got to go up to Tampa. It's got to go over to Orlando, Satellite Beach, and back down to Miami. Is that what the work is to get that picket fence built again?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of work because the entire grid has changed, right? I mean, people have been living down here recruiting. And you got to make sure that you get the right ones that fit. And you got to make sure that the mentality is one that we're not going to proclaim it. We're not going to tweet it. You got to work it into existence, right? I mean, swagger is a byproduct of kicking butt, right? That's what it is. And to make that a reality, man, you've got to work, and you've got to work to a level that other people really just can't fathom. So getting those guys, getting the right coaches, the right people around them to build that culture is the key. But you got to have elite talent. And that's where we are just going full throttle and understanding that we can cast a wide net because it's a national brand. So going and find the best ones wherever they're at, starting with home base, number one, is most important.
Two last questions for you. I know you're swamped with things. It's holiday time here. Will you keep the turnover chain?
I haven't even looked at any of the stuff inside the building. So, but that will be addressed when the time is right, and I'll make sure I'll get you first notice on that. I see you.
Hey,
I know
after what
it's a hot topic. There's just so many other things going on. I haven't even looked at anything.
Hey, well, I'll just say this to you. After the way I saw somebody do something messed up on the field who was a young player this year, and I saw you go berserk, I think I got my answer here. Hey, one last thing here. Last night, man, you told me this when I saw you a couple years ago in Los Angeles about Justin Herbert. Dude, you went like that. You know what, everybody? You know what he said to me? He goes, Sills, this guy here, this is the real deal. This guy's going to be a superstar. You're not shocked, are you, on what you're seeing with Justin?
No way. I mean, the guy, think about this. You know, when we got there, we had taken over a 4-8 team, and there's a lot of young players around him, a lot of young pieces, especially at the receiver position, right? And he's still throwing for 3,600 yards, 30 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, I think, were his average numbers. And that's with just brand new pieces. You know what I mean? As a team is building, you know, when that guy got that next level, those next level pieces around him, that thing was going to continue to explode. And best competitor, best human being you'll ever be around.
Absolutely. Mario, thank you so much for taking time, brother. I am so excited and so thrilled about Hurricane football in a direction. And our program is in the hands of somebody that understands it, lived it, loved it, and will embrace it. And everybody will
remember that's where it takes place, brother. Right there.
Inside drill, baby. Bring it back. Inside drill. Mario, thank you, brother. Got you, man. Love it, man. Let's go, coach. God dang, I love that.